Hello and welcome to the Lesbian Lounge, a podcast for the girls who like girls. I'm your host and your resident lesbian big sister, Juliet Taylor, and I'm here to answer your guys' questions, share your dilemmas, and of course chat about your wildest lesbian dating stories, the most lesbian things you've ever done, all good things like that. So grab a drink, get comfy, and welcome into the Lesbian Lounge. So guys, I'm just going to go straight into it. I have a really big update. Some of you will know already if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen. So last week when I spoke to you all, I told you all that I was single. I already told you I was single. God, it feels like I've moved really fast. Whoops. Basically, you all knew I was single. And then I told you last week that I'd been on some dates. And some dates developed into lots of dates with one person, and being the lesbian that I am, that has developed into a new relationship. No judgment, please. So I didn't want to tell you all last week because I thought it's so soon to jump into it. But then I thought, why am I going to hide something and someone that's making me so happy, that is literally everything I've ever wanted in a partner? Why am I gonna hide that and not let myself tell you guys about it and put it on Instagram just because I'm worried that people are going to judge me for moving on too fast? Like, do you know what I mean? So your girl is a girlfriend again. Didn't last long. Now let me preface this by saying I cannot explain to you how much I was not looking for a relationship. Like, it was the last thing on my radar. I was prepared just to have, like, I was calling it slag summer. Like, would I ever be a slag? No, because that's just not me. But I was fully prepared just to, like, not date, just go on loads of dates. But, like, there's no pressure on anyone becoming a partner. It was literally just, like, having fun. And then I met Lucy and we just clicked. Like, I'd been with one other girl before I met Lucy, and it was fine, it was nice, but then met Lucy and was just like, oh my God. And neither of us were looking for anything. Like, we both clearly said this to each other. We were like, this isn't going to become anything. Like, we're just having some fun, having a vibe. Like, I was going for the free pizza, to be quite honest. And then we met. And then we sat in my car until like 3 a.m. And then we went on more dates and it was just really fun. Well, it still is really fun. But yeah, it just was not meant to be what it's become. But I think sometimes that's when, you know, a relationship isn't meant to be because you weren't looking for it. I think sometimes you put so much pressure on yourself to be in a relationship that you just get in a relationship with anyone and you just jump into it because you want to be in a relationship, whereas neither of us wanted a relationship. We were both very much not looking for anything. And that's, I think, how I know it's definitely meant to be, because we weren't looking, but we just, like, the attraction was just there. Like, there was just this, like, connection, this chemistry between us that, like, all of my friends noticed because Lucy had come to one of my events and they were all just like, they could just sense it. And then we went to another event together. I think we went to one the day after we became girlfriends, and someone that neither of us had ever met came up to us and was like, are you guys a couple? And we were like, yeah. And she was like, how long have you been together? And we were like, literally a day. And she was like, are you joking? She was like, I could sense the chemistry from across the room. Like, it was just so undeniably there. So the fact that, like, other people can notice that there was, like, this chemistry, this attraction, this whatever it is between us, and yeah, it's going so well. And, like, I was putting no pressure on it. I was like, okay, like, I wasn't planning on getting in a relationship, I wasn't planning on being exclusive with one person, but this is the way it's going. Let's see how it continues to go. So, you know, normally, like, you overthink every photo you send, you overthink every text you send. I just didn't let myself do that. I was like, she's getting the first selfie that I take. I'm not sitting reading a message 53 times being like, does that sound good? I was just being my, like, 100% authentic self, because I was like, if somebody that I'm going to get with doesn't want me for that, then I don't want to be with them. So it was very much like the real raw version of me, like, no makeup vibes, messy hair in the morning, like, all of that jazz. And it's just so great. Like, I've been so excited to tell you all as well, because, like, I'm just so happy. And so many people have noticed, like family, friends, even the lady who does my spray tans, she was like, you just seem so much less stressed and so much happier. And it just feels really right and really great and really fun. And I'm just enjoying like getting to fall in love with someone again. Like it's really fun. And I know some of you are probably thinking like, oh, like, because I've probably given the advice on the podcast before, being like, don't get straight into another relationship. But honestly, when it feels like this, you just know it feels so right. And like I said, we both weren't looking, like, it's not like we put any pressure on it. Like if we were both looking for a relationship, you know, would have been like, oh my God, you're looking for a relationship? Oh my God, so am I. Let's just get together because we wanted to. Like, that's not what either of us were looking for, either of us wanted. It's just how it happened. And it's just like, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Like, just, we complement each other really well. Like, all of my friends like, you're such a fit couple, and I'm like, thanks. Like, if anyone wants to see me and Lucy, go on my Insta, there's loads of pics on there. Well, loads, there's 2 like grid pictures at the time of filming. There might be more by the time the episode comes out, but she's got her own highlight already. Like, I'm such a lesbian, aren't I? Like, someone in the group chat, they said something. So basically, Lucy's opening her own bar in a few, hopefully soon, like a few weeks, few months, I don't know. And I put something about it in the group chat, and someone was like, wait, whose bar? And I was like, my new girlfriend. And she was like, you move fast. And I was like, well, I'm a lesbian, what do you expect? Like, you know, we didn't move fast for any other reason other than everything just happened really naturally and really authentically. Like, there was no pressure from either end for us to jump into a relationship and for things to move really fast. It's just how it's happened. Like, we both just are absolutely obsessed with each other, which is great. Like, something that was so important to me getting into a new relationship with someone who's like happy, like being on social media and like wanting photos, and even just someone wanting to take a photo of me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want you to say, oh my God, you look so beautiful tonight, let me take your photo. Like, that was something I really wanted. And I didn't even have to ask for it from Lucy. Like, she just does it. And there's just, I mean, you're going to hear so much more about Lucy. Like, I'll get her on the podcast at some point, I'm sure. But it's going really well. Like, we've met the families, even though, so we have made it Facebook official. I know, guys, is that intense. I'm in that deep. We've made it Facebook official. And yeah, so she's met the parents, I've met her parents, and my mum thought she was being really clever by commenting, who's this? I'll have to meet her. And I was like, Jill, you're making it look like I'm a really bad daughter and haven't even introduced you to my girlfriend before I've made it Facebook official. I was like, you need to change your comment. Like, I look like a really bad person because of that. So I made her change her comment, and she did. Yeah, we've met the families now. One thing from my Newcastle girlie, she has a Mackem. Oh, I know. But honestly, I'm probably going to get so much hate for saying this, but there is something, not everyone's Mackem accent, but there is something about Lucy's accent. It does something to my insides. It's really quite sexy, and I never thought I would say that I found a Mackem accent sexy, but it was great. Like, if you told me 4 weeks ago, I don't know how many, like a month ago, is that 4 weeks? I don't know. If you told me a month ago that I would be in a new relationship, dating a Mackem, sitting in a pub in Sunderland, watching Sunderland play at Wembley, I would have laughed at you and gone, no chance. But that's my life now. And my dad is obsessed with Lucy. Like, he really, really likes her, which I think it's so good when your family likes someone. Like, even if they weren't keen, like, I'm not gonna let that put me off Lucy, but the fact that they're like so in support of it, it does just make things so much nicer, because it's like, well, they love us, so they want her around and all of this stuff. And my dad rang us, was it yesterday morning? Because obviously Newcastle just qualified for the Champions League, and he goes, is Lucy there? So I'm like, yeah, she's on speakerphone. And he goes, have you ever seen a Mackem in Milan? Like, they've just got this banter already. Like, me and Lucy's dad, when we were watching Sunderland, he said something and I just like stuck my middle fingers up at him. Like, it's just, we've got that banter there. Like, and the best thing is, like, nothing's felt awkward. Like, everything just feels really good. Like, we've met the friend, we've done so many things that like can be awkward, like, you know, kissing someone for the first time, getting naked with someone for the first time, like, it can be awkward, but it just hasn't been awkward, and everything just makes me think like this is meant to be, like this is the relationship that I've been wanting for so long, and I finally got it. And like I literally just keep thinking like, how did I get so lucky to end up with this? Because I was like, God, when Taylor and I broke up, I was like, I could have just made like a huge mistake and made myself be single for the next like 20 years. Like if you don't find someone, do you know what I mean? I was like, I could be signing myself up for a life of being single, because what if I never meet someone, or nobody ever like gives me everything that I want out of a relationship? And to have met Lucy so soon after the breakup, yes, some people might think it was rushed and whatever, but like I told you, I had been, I think, mentally, physically, emotionally checked out of that relationship for a long time. So it didn't feel like I was jumping straight into another relationship. And it just feels great. But, you know, I'm so lucky that I didn't have to be waiting for the next 10 years to just find Lucy. Like, it happened so quick. And it just like little things, like everything happening for a reason. Like if Taylor and I didn't break up the week that we did, if we broke up a week later, would I then have not had this relationship blossom with Lucy? Lucy was living in the Lake District I think like 6 weeks ago. What if I'd broke up with Taylor 6 weeks ago and Lucy was in the Lake District? Then we never would have met, because she wouldn't have been in the same town. She wouldn't have been at the events. Do you know what I mean? It's like everything just kind of like happens for a reason, and like everything just feels really right and really good. And if you want to judge me for jumping straight into another relationship, you can judge me all you want, but genuinely I am really, really happy. So life is good, and I feel that's probably the only update I have. Like that's the biggest update of my life. I tell you what, the studio is really coming together. We've now got like a door cover. Jill has been in with her decorating interior designer. So we've got on the door, it's like a big cherry sheet, and it says "She is the cherry" on top. And I have a desk now. So I've got a little desk. So when I come to edit the podcast, I'll shimmy my chair over and I can sit at my computer at my desk. I've got another desk here so I always sit with my Lesbian Lounge pillow behind me because it's comfy. Then I thought, actually, that was like £30 from Etsy. Let's show it off. Let's have it up here. So we've got that. We have my hot chocolate. Should I have a sip of hot chocolate? Ready? ASMR. That's a really good hot chocolate. I get it from, I've told you all before, the milk farm, like the dairy farm, 2-minute drive from the podcast studio, and it's raining really bad today. So I got myself a hot chocolate. Anything else to update you all on? Lucy and I are going to a wedding next week. Like, what the hell? We're already going to a wedding. Basically, her like family friends getting married and her brother's not going, and they were all really happy for me to come. So I was like, okay, I'll come. So we're going to make like a little, it's not a weekend, the wedding's on a Thursday, but we're going to stay in like a little staycation house, hut, barn, I don't really know, on the Wednesday and leaving on like the Friday. So we'll have a nice little weekend, well, not weekend, but you know what I mean, a nice little weekday staycation, just get away, just the two of us, because we've spent a lot of time just us, but we've spent a lot of time out with my friends, out with her friends, out with her family, out with my family. Like, we haven't really done loads where it's just been the two of us. So it'll be really nice just to get away, just the two of us. And obviously we're still in that like beautiful stage of a relationship where like we're getting to know each other and like learn things about each other, and it's just like, just getting to fall in love again is like so fun. And yeah, it's just brilliant. Is there anything else to update you all on? I feel like that is the most important thing. So yeah, if I think of anything else, I'll tell you all later. But I think without further ado, let's jump straight on into this week's episode. So this week's question of the week is a fun one. It is, what is your best comeback to men asking to watch your sesbian legs? I know I think we've done this one or something similar to this one before. So let's see what you guys have said. I'm too busy having it to be watching the male gaze version. Love it. Not sure. Fair enough. Well, I would want to watch you with a man then. I couldn't think of anything worse, but like, do you know what I mean? It's a good comeback, isn't it? Like and subscribe at Scissor Sisters. XOXO. Love that. Wish I had one. Well, here you go. We're going to give you plenty. Oh my God, this one's brilliant. I'll ask your mum if she's okay with you watching us. Oh my God. I am stealing that one if I ever need it. That is brilliant. I'll ask your mum if she's okay with you watching us. That is iconic. He might get bored because it doesn't last 2 minutes. Brackets. Only one man said this. I just ignored him because I was scared. Oh, bless you. But yeah, that's the thing, like straight sex. Have you all seen that TikTok? Like, no one wants to have sex for more than 5 minutes. Like, have you met lesbians? Yeah, they might get bored because they're used to like a quick in and out, aren't they? Do you have a pussy? Them, no. Then it's a no. The ticket price is human It's human decency, but obviously you're broke. I love that. No, but you're obviously broke. Is that what I said? I'm getting confused. Let me do that again. The human price. No, oh my God. The ticket price is human decency, but you're obviously broke. Love it. Asking if I can watch them have Lex with another man after. Only if you let me watch you and your pal. I always say, what? Then the more they have to repeat it, the more stupid they sound. What, like just being like, what? Sorry, what? What? You know what is funny though? Like, imagine having the balls to say to someone, like, I can turn you straight. You just haven't been with the right man. Oh, you're with the girl. Can I watch then? Like, imagine us saying that to men, like, out of nowhere, them being like, oh, I'm straight, and you're like, oh, can I watch? Oh, I can turn you, get like, ew, we would never do that. But men, they just think they're great, don't they? But they're not. Is that because you have no idea how to please a woman? ? Honey, you can Google that shit. That is iconic. Yeah, I feel that men watching lesbians have sex, they would get some like good tips from us because, like I said, their sex is like in and out once and done, whereas lesbian sex is so much better. Go ahead. I know I look fit. Iconic. That's so iconic. Do you want to catch some tips so that you can do better? Or is that because my dildo is bigger than yours? That's so funny. Is it because my dildo is bigger than yours? That's hilarious. No, you can't watch, but I'll show you how a strap works. Oh, iconic. Yeah, because that's the thing. They think they're all like, oh, well, lesbian sex, you're scissoring, like, use fingers in your mouth. But it's like, well, not necessarily. So, do you know what I mean? Why would I let you watch something you can never achieve? You dropped your crown, sis. That was iconic. I love it. This is funny. I'm a rug muncher for a reason. Or why would I have you watch? Iconic. You only want to watch because I get more pussy than you do. You tell him. That's so true. Another one. Sorry that I get more pussy than you. Like, yeah, and more time with the pussy because you have it for like 2 minutes. And I feel men, like, they just want to put their willy inside, don't they? They don't want to like explore. They just want to put their willy inside. I block them or walk away. I don't need that energy. Yes, I love that. Just staring at them with a disgusted look as they leave. I like this one. Only enough room for 2 cunts in here, thanks. Oh, that's iconic. Excuse me, at least I can have Lex. And if you want to watch us so bad, go have Lex with a guy. Love it. If anyone's confused why I'm saying Lex, it's because lesbian sex, I'm sure if you say that on TikTok, you'll get banned. So if you say sesbian Lex, it's all the TikToks I watch are like, say sesbian Lex. So that's why the question was sesbian Lex, not lesbian sex. Hope that makes sense. Unless you're hiding a pair of tits under that t-shirt, I ain't interested. So funny. You know what? On the Sunderland match that I was watching with Lucy and her fam, there was this Sunderland man jumping up and down, and I'm not joking, his boobies looked bigger than mine jumping around. So some men do have a boob, a man boob. You probably watched enough lesbian porn to get an idea. You tell them, because we all know they have. We'll do 2 more. Only if I can watch your gay sex. I get performance anxiety. I'm sure you know what this is like. Guys, these answers I fear are actually iconic. Like, how do you all come up with stuff like that? Because if someone like came up to me and Lucy was like, oh, can I watch you two shag? I'd just be like, no, thank you. Like, and my problem is I'm such a people pleaser. I'd probably be like, oh, yeah, that's fine. Like when people ask for my number, even though I don't want to give them my number, I just go, okay. Like I can't say no. Like I just would rather not have the awkwardness of saying, oh no, sorry, I'm not interested. Like I'd rather just like give you my number or like change a digit in it and just like, or never answer your call if I do give you my actual number, because, sorry, I'm cracking my fingers. I know everyone hates that, including Lucy. Sorry, Lucy. But yeah, they are some iconic responses. You're all braver than me saying these things to men. But what's the one I like the best? Let me go back up. What were we going for? Which was the one that I really enjoyed? I can't remember. Oh yeah, the one about the mum. Or you might get bored that it lasts more than 2 minutes. Like, you guys are so iconic for saying that shit. I think you're all brilliant. Shall we do some dilemmas? I think so. Here we go. Oh, hello, where are you? Here we go. I'm a girl in my 20s who's currently engaged to a man and has recently bought a house with them. I think I'm gay or possibly a lesbian. I feel so much fear from this new feeling and so much guilt as if I were to explore this feeling, in brackets, which is what I feel I need to do. I feel as though I'm throwing away the life me and my partner have built. There's been lots of tears and I don't know what to do. Please help. Okay, so you're engaged to a man, you have bought a house, and now you're thinking, am I a lesbian? So valid. And I think so many people go through this. Now, you might just be thinking, like, it might just be a bit of like cold feet in the relationship. Like, you've just got engaged, like you've just bought this house, and it's like, hang on, am I doing the right thing? Like, oh my God, do I fucking want to lick a pussy for the rest of my life instead? Do you know what I mean? God, I forgot my mum listened to this podcast. Sorry, Jill. Did everyone see the feedback she sent me after last week's episode? It said, listen to the podcast, too much swearing, and you shouldn't just be a pillow princess. And then last night, when she's going to kill me for saying this on the podcast, when we went out last night, Jill was saying something about being a pillow princess, and I went, not anymore, Jill. So there we go. Your girl is no longer a pillow princess. Can't believe I've just put that out there to the world. There we go. What was I saying? I've gone off track now. But yeah, maybe you're getting like cold feet about the relationship, and you're thinking, am I meant for something else? Like da. So fair, so valid. And I feel that so many people go through this when they think, do I actually want to be with a girl? And you might not be a lesbian, you might just be having these thoughts. I mean, like, who doesn't look at a woman and think, she's fucking beautiful? Like, do you know what I mean? She's so attractive. But I guess you have to think, do you want it to be, can you see yourself living in this house that you've bought, married to this man forever? If the answer is not hell yes, then I fear it is a hell no. And, you know, you owe it to yourself to go and explore this side of you. And maybe you might realize, oh, actually, I'm not a lesbian, but maybe still that relationship that you were in isn't the right one for you, because if it was, like, you wouldn't be having these thoughts. Like, I'm not with Lucy thinking, oh, do I think I'm actually straight and like want to be with a man? Like, I feel like I need to try with a man. Like, that is the furthest thing on my mind. Like, I look at men and think gross. And maybe that's what's happening to you as well. Do you know what I mean? You're just realizing, like, maybe I actually like girls. And, you know, there's this what if in your head, like, what if I never explore this feeling? And can you live the rest of your life knowing that you think you might be gay, but you're never going to let yourself have the chance to explore and see if you are? Like, can you live with yourself for the rest of your life if you don't explore this feeling? And I mean, it could be something that you speak to your fiance about. Like, you could say, listen, I'm having these feelings. Like, would you be willing for me to go and explore? And he might be so up for it. He might want to join. That probably isn't what we need. But like, he might be so chill about it and be like, you do what you need to do, like a supportive partner, do you know what I mean? Like, there for you no matter what. But I understand that conversation's really awkward to have. Like, hey, I know you've just proposed to me and I know we've just bought a house, but do you mind if I go and sleep with the girl and see if I prefer it to you? Like, that's a big conversation. It's a really big decision because essentially it's going to be a life-changing decision. You're either going to stay with this man forever and have the what if, or you're going to take the plunge, you're going to go sleep with the woman. Then yeah, you might realize, okay, I'm definitely lesbian. You might go, I'm bisexual. You might go, actually, I didn't enjoy that. I want to be with a man. But I think the fact that you're having these thoughts is definitely a sign. Like, you wouldn't be having the thoughts for no reason. And you're saying, like, you feel like you need to act on these thoughts. Like, people get thoughts about doing things all the time. Like, sometimes I stand on a train platform and think, I could jump right now. I'm not going to. I just think that I could. Excuse me. But yeah, you're like saying you feel the need to act on these feelings. So I feel like the fact that there is something in your mind telling you, I think I'm a lesbian and I want to explore that, that is probably your answer. And if it's not a hell yes about being with this man forever, marrying him and keeping the house, like, do you know what I mean? As unfortunate as it is, like, yeah, you've got the house, but that's an easy fix. At least you aren't married yet, because if you were married, it's a whole nother story. Getting a divorce, going through that, especially if you're then married with a house, because you're fiancés, I feel it might be easier to like split it half and half, or someone moves out and buys you the person. I don't really know how houses and shit work like that, but do you know what I mean? I feel like you could be deeper in the relationship with him, with, you know, you could have kids, you could be married, you could have, you know, there's so much further down the line you could be in the relationships. And I wouldn't sit and ponder on the feeling for too long. I wouldn't let yourself get deeper and deeper into this relationship as you think more and more about, am I a lesbian? I think the time is now. If you're genuinely sitting at home thinking, I cannot live the rest of my life not exploring this feeling, not putting a pair of boobs in my face, then you need to go and explore that. Whether it's you do it, I mean, we're not condoning cheating here, but whether you do it a bit on the sly, like, I won't tell your husband, do you know what I mean? Like, where it's a safe space here, we're not going to tell him. Like, you do it on the sly and you see what you feel, or you're honest with him, or you just say, I'm really, really sorry. I know we've just bought a house and we're planning a wedding, but I don't think I can go through with this. I think I might be gay. Like, and if he is genuinely like a really supportive partner, then he'll be like, you know what, I appreciate you telling me this and being honest, like, best of luck, let's be friends, or let's never speak to each other again. You never know how someone's going to react, but don't stop yourself doing something for you just to protect another person's feelings. That's something I've learned a lot over the past few weeks / months. I feel like time's just flying recently. I'm forgetting how many days and weeks it's been since I had a breakup, but you cannot put your life on hold because of someone else and putting someone else's feelings above yours. Like, you are the most important person in your life, so you owe it to yourself to go and explore this. But good luck and keep us updated. Okay, moving on. Typical, I'm gay as fuck, but only date men because it's normal. Stop doing that! Date girls, it's better. All my friends are LGBTQ and are either drag gay or bitch les. Do you mean butch les? I'm unsure. Maybe there's bitch lesbians. Is that me? I can't seem to fit in to either. I like how I look and I don't want to change, but sadly it only gets men. How do I change subtle things to make myself look more open to women? I love women and I only love women, but men are just so much easier, in brackets probably, and easier to manipulate. Help. So yeah, I mean, I am the least looking gay person in the world. And I think sometimes it's just about like having that energy about you, like being out in a bar. Like, are you actively like seeking male validation and male attention and like, you know, trying to like, oh, excuse me, waiter, can I have some more water? I don't know why I went American then. Do you know what I mean? Like, are you, because if I was trying to get with someone and I was out and I'm seeing a girl seeking and going after this male validation and attention, I'm going to go, well, she's not gay. So like, you know, turning your attention away from men and putting it into women, that is going to be such an obvious sign that you're into women. Like, if you're making eye contact with someone from across the room, like smiling at them and not doing that with men, that's a very telling sign. Dating apps are a great place because it's then so obvious. Like, if you're coming up on a girl's Hinge or Tinder, then they're also into girls. I mean, they're not going to set it to girls if they don't want it to be on girls. So maybe get yourself on a dating app, like have a little explore with that. Obviously, you're saying that you have queer friends, which is brilliant. And just because they're fitting into a different like stereotype than you doesn't mean you can't be friends. Like, I've got butch lesbian friends, I've got femme friends, I've got masc friends. Like, none of us are the same. Like, we're all so different, and that's what I think makes it such a fun friendship, because obviously some of us are in relationships, some of us aren't, but it's just like, it's just so fun, like, you know, being friends with all these different people, being like, oh my god, like, you and who slept together? What, like, you use the strap? Like, there's just, you know, we can have all these like funny conversations, because we aren't all just like straight looking femmes, which is also fine if all your friends are straight looking femmes, but there's nothing wrong with being a straight looking femme either. Like, a lot of girls, that is very much their type. That's Lucy's type. Do you know what I mean? Like, they like a girl who doesn't look like they like girls back, but we fucking do, because I mean, who doesn't like dating girls? It's just so good. But yeah, I think just put yourself out there for women. You know, you don't need to dress a certain way. You don't need to put a slit in your eyebrow. You don't need, what's it called? Undercut your hair. Like, you just be you, because the right person's going to fancy you for you. Just make sure the attention you're seeking on like nights out or wherever you're going is not from a man, it's from a woman. And just like having that confidence, like, to go up to another woman, like, especially if you can, if masks are your type, like, they're a lot easier to spot. Oh, my chair's rubbing against the wall, whoops. Like, a masc lesbian, like, you can look at them and go, I'm gay, do you know what I mean? So like, can you have the confidence to go up to a masc lesbian and be like, hey, can I get your number? Hey, can I buy you a drink? Because then they're going to go, okay, well, she's obviously also gay, and then it goes from there. But good luck, and let us know if you find anybody. Okay, I think I'm gay, but I'm not sure. I think it's a bit scary to admit, and I don't have the most open-minded family, LOL. Any advice? It's so scary having these feelings and feeling like you've got no one to discuss these feelings with. Does that make sense? Like, you know, feeling like I think I might be gay, because being able to tell people how you feel is so beneficial. Like I said to you all, when Taylor and I were breaking up, I'd been keeping these feelings in and I was just pushing them down, and it wasn't until I spoke to people that the feelings really came to surface, and I was like, I need to do something about this. But because you maybe don't have the people to speak to about it, you're just like pushing these feelings out, like, no, I'm not gay, I'm not, like, because there's no one to speak to about it. But I think if anyone is sitting there at home thinking, I might be gay, chances are you are. Even if you're bisexual and you like a bit of both, like, you know, having these feelings, you don't just get them for no reason. Like, you know, you've obviously seen a very attractive woman, and there's a difference obviously between finding a woman attractive and wanting to fuck another woman. Like, there's a difference there, there's a fine line. Like, you can find girls attractive and be straight, like, of course you can, but definitely, like, if you're having the feelings, I think I might be gay, then chances are I think you are gay. And, you know, unfortunately, if you don't have like a great supportive family around you, it's horrible and so hard. But that's why I created this podcast space in this community. Like, we've got our own WhatsApp group that's got like over 100 members now. So like, come and join that, like, chat to people in there, because these are all people who are just like us. And, you know, I said, like, when we were all younger, we didn't have these like queer role models to look up to. We didn't have people that we saw in the media, in real life, and just thought, oh my God, like, I want to be like them. And now the fact that I'm able to do that for other people, and to, you know, show them that, like, it's okay to be gay, and even if your family aren't going to accept you, like, it's so okay. Like, come join the WhatsApp group, chat to some like-minded people. Like, there's no judgment in there whatsoever. Like, everyone's just good vibes. And yeah, like, just who cares if your family don't love the fact that you might be gay, because you can't live your life for them. Did someone just come into my unit? Maybe I just hit the door slam. And now that I don't actually like it, now that I can't see what's outside, so I'm like, there's definitely someone. That's really scary. I can hear someone walking. Why am I actually like nervous? My door's not even locked. Oh my God, I'm really scared because I can't see anything from the door. No, I'm being dramatic. What was I saying? I can't remember. I got scared. What was I saying? Something about being gay. But yeah, if you're having the feelings, I think you're probably gay. And yet, don't live your life for your family. You can't live the rest of your life not exploring these feelings because you're worried what other people are going to think of you. Like, and even if, you know, you come out as gay and your family decide not to accept you and to not, you know, want you as part of their family, then you will find your chosen family that will accept you for this, because oh, it was just someone leaving because I can hear a car now, thank God. Phew, I was really panicking. Oh, goodness me, that was really stressful. But yeah, just don't live your life for other people. You do you, and if you want to go eat some pussy, you go and eat some pussy. I'm getting too vocal on this podcast, and my mother is listening. Shall we do one more dilemma? Let's do one more dilemma. Here we go. Oh, I've just clicked off them. Whoops. Hello, where are you? I'm in my last few weeks of uni and I'll be moving back to my small hometown soon. The lack of queer community genuinely makes me shut down and makes me feel as if I'm going back into the closet. Please help. Again, come and join the WhatsApp group. Oh, I'm just fucking myself today. Like, it's mainly Northeast Newcastle queers, but we have people from all over in there. Like, I'm sure there's someone from Wales in there, and I think so many people can relate. Like, even my like village, like, it's very much old people who support the Tories, and I'm probably the only lesbian that lives in the village, but like, because I've, you know, put myself out there and like found this great community of people, like, it's so nice, and you can't underestimate the joys it brings, like having friends that you can go and like speak to about your relationship. Like, I've loved keeping my friends updated on like me and Lucy like getting together and like telling them like, oh, this happened and this happened and this happened. She's asked me to be our girlfriend and all of this fun stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just so fun, and it's awful having that stripped away from you if you've like found it at uni and then you're now having to go back to this place that, you know, is probably no lesbians about, and you're just thinking, well, if fucking Karen, who lives at number 62, asks if I found a boyfriend yet, do I feel comfortable to say, oh, Karen, I'm actually a lesbian? Probably not. Like, it's horrible, and it does almost, like you say, feel like you're putting yourself back in the closet, like hiding yourself away. But like, put yourself out there, like get on like Bumble BFF, get yourself out there, join the WhatsApp chat, like, and you know, maybe like your village is lesbian free, but can you go a little bit wider? Like, for example, I live in Ponteland, I'm the only lesbian, but then in Newcastle there's loads of lesbians, so can you like push yourself out there a little bit further and like find that community? But I'm sure you will find them, and once you do, like, you'll just thrive. But don't, like, you don't have to put yourself back in the closet. Like, you just embrace who you are, own your sexuality, and like, don't let moving back home put you back in the closet. Like, you fucking own it, bitch. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're a sexy motherfucking lesbian. Own it. Well, I think we're going to wrap up this week's episode here. So thank you all so much for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, download, whatever you're doing, wherever you're watching, turn on the notification bell, and make sure you leave us a 5-star review. Give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok at thelesbianlounge.podcast. And I am making a new Survey Monkey for the questions of the week. So head to the description, click the link, head to the link tree, click on the Lesbian Lounge survey and send me your answer to the questions, because then they'll get read out on the podcast for the question of the week, and everything is anonymous like always. Also, whilst you're over there on the link tree, make sure you send me your dilemmas, your questions, your stories. They can be anything, as long as short as you want, as juicy as not juicy as you fancy. And I can't wait to speak to you all next week for a brand new episode. I love you all so much. Bye.